So, one thing that I wanted to talk about is how I approach parenting my son. And a lot of it has to do with the song called, it's like Cats in the Cradle. It's some old song from the 70s, and it's about a father who basically keeps ignoring his son as the son keeps going like, Dad, let's do this stuff. Dad's like, no, 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 I'm busy, or like I'm working, or I can't, and just brushes him off for his entire life. And then the son becomes an adult, and I guess dad gets retired and is like, okay, like let's do stuff. And the son's like, no, 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 I'm busy. Like, and it's, and their friends like, just like you, dad. And so part of stopping the cycle of abuse in my family, um, I hope, is that when my son is an adult, he is going to want to choose to have me in his life. So my perspective is not one of a default where I'm just going to assume that my adult child is going to like me and want to spend time with me and share their life with me. Um, I certainly don't with my parents. I'm very, very low contact with my father, and I'm 0% contact with my mom. In fact, um, I did like a Google search on her because she'd sent me an email. And apparently, she was the mayor of a small town for 2 years. Like, I didn't I didn't know. So, that was fun. Fun fact to pass along to a little one. Like, your abuelita, her abuela is a mayor of a town. You wanna give them things to reach for. Like, no, this is within your grasp, should you choose. You can be the mayor of a town of, like, 4,500 people, and I'm not cracking. Like, I actually really respect that about my mom. It doesn't mean I'm letting her in my life, but it definitely was a surprise. Anyway, um, so being low contact, no contact with my parents has been the best thing I have ever done for my mental health, aside from not being in abusive relationships. Like, walking away from that mess was the biggest relief. And it stopped these ruminating cycles, and I stopped feeling so trapped by the way they were treating me. So I know that you do not have to choose to have your parents in your life. You don't even have to choose to keep your name. I didn't. I changed pretty much the whole thing except for one name. About my old last name to a middle. But, you know, so when it comes to our children, we have to know that the way we treat them throughout their life is going to bear fruit when they're adults. And you hope that the fruit that it bears is fruit you want to eat. So, aside from the fact that I enjoy my son as a person, and so I try to like support him in like all the things that he's interested in, even if I am not particularly interested in. Like, he really is into Overwatch right now, and I sat down to play it, and he knows I'm not really like, unless it's Tetris Effect, I'm not really feeling video games. But it's just sit down and like, okay, I'm gonna mash buttons, My favorite lady on Smash, or my favorite character, like fighting character on Smash Brothers, is the Wii Fit lady. I can just mash her and she hula hoops into a circle into the sky. It's fantastic. Um, but anyway, so I'm trying to share these things with my kid that I don't intrinsically enjoy, because one day I want to have a relationship with him where he continues to want to share the things he's interested in with me, that he wants to talk about them, that he's excited about them. And I want to do those things together as well. So, for example, we just saw the new Spider-Man movie, which I gotta say is just super amazing. Um, I have not really been a fan of Spider-Man until Tom Holland, and even then I was like, oh, these movies are fun, but I don't love them. The new movie, love. Oh my gosh. I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's so good. Okay, so anyway, I mean, I did cry. Um, but so, you got to put in the time to do the things, build memories, build habits, build the habit of being a person that your kid will come and talk to and confide in and want to be excited with and share their life with, because there's a point at which they may not want to if you don't put in that work. They've learned that you are not a person that they can go to. Um, I will say this for my kid. He's very he's pretty much down for anything I suggest. So, hiking, he's down. Um, roller skating, down. Run into the movie, down. Just we have a great time. We'll go out to eat together and try new foods. He's down for it. And there's gonna be a window. There's gonna be a window, and it's a natural part of childhood development when, in order to differentiate de-individuate yourself from your parents, to differentiate yourself as an individual, you have to kind of leave your parents, and you more orient towards your friends. And if you look at Erickson's stages of development, that's a totally normal stage. Um, and actually, I was talking to somebody at work, and she's like, "Yeah, my mom calls it the dark side of the moon." And I was like, "Oh, what a concept!" That there's going to be this point where your kids are, seemingly out of your orbit, or they're focused somewhere else, and you're not really on their mind. And we all did it, or at least hopefully we all did, to our own parents. And so, they go off, they have their adventures, they develop their identity and their formative life experiences, and then they kind of like circle back around, and you can have a relationship with them as adults. And hopefully, if you've built a relationship full of respect and appreciation, if you built habits of communication and just enjoyment, really, um, you can have a positive adult relationship with your children, instead of just relying on the fact that society will often force adult children to interact with their parents. Like, no. we want we want enthusiastic yeses from all parties. Anyway, hope this makes sense. I'll talk to you next time.